Hi there, it's Joe with Task Force Customs. Today we're going to talk about how I put in a 2015 to 2024 Mustang IRS suspension into my 1956 Chevy truck. So in regards to these Mustang IRSs, the truck width is approximately 66 inches, which works out well for these trucks, but you can't have it that you run into the point of having to widen the fenders. Approximately got about 3 inches built into these fenders on each side. So I've widened these fenders about approximately about 3 inches to fit these in. You also got to widen, in saying so to do that, you have to widen the step as well in regards to these trucks. You can't fit the Mustang IRS into the Fleet Slide Apache Fleet Slide, the wide box, because the tires end up falling right in line where the box sits in regards to the cab. In regards to the adding 3 inches, I've had multiple people over and nobody's actually noticed yet that I've actually added 3 inches to widen these fenders out. On saying so too, you could also add in an extra couple of inches and take out more of the box to fit in the big tires. I'm going to run a 295, which is still a big tire, but you could probably even run a bigger 315, if not even bigger, wheel and tire into these trucks. I'm also running 19-inch wheels, is what my plan is, to match the front end. So in regards to the Mustang IRS, one of the other things, after you figure your track width you can fit it in, I would figure which way, once you get an idea, have your wheels and tires so you can set your ride height for where you want it to be, and also your tire size and your position of your wheels in the fender. Is what I would do. I don't have current set tires on this right now. They're actually on my buddy's Mustang that I steal his winters to do my mock-up. Also, in regards to the wheels, I've got approximately 15 inches from the back to the inside lip is what I have on this truck. So my wheels just tuck in and just fit beyond the lip and just fit in. They're close. I might have to do some shaving in the inner fender. I've yet to find that out. But as of right now, I can fit them, but they're real tight. So if you could get more back spacing off of a set of Mustang wheels, you would definitely be coming ahead. In regards to the numbers I'm going to give you next, these are my measurements, what I use in the truck. So take that with a grain of salt for what you're working with and what you're doing. So in these trucks, the chassis is 34 inches right across from point to point. The front mount measures in, or it hooks onto the subframe of the Mustang at 41 inches from point here all the way over to the other sub mount is 41 inches. So saying that, I ended up with 3.5 inches from this to here, and 3.5 from here to here, and then my dog leg from the bottom of the chassis is up 3 inches to the mount right in the bottom. Is what you've got. So you got 3.5 inches is what I had to come up, and I got this about on the 2 degree to 3 degree angle. In the rear, it's 38.5 inches from the point here to over here where I mounted this in. So saying so, I've got 2 1/4 to fit in from the end of, outside of the chassis to my mount point, and then another 2 1/4 on this side in regards to the pickup truck. So in saying that, I'm also, from the bottom of the chassis at the same point as if it was straight across, I am up 7 inches. So that would be from here to the bottom of the chassis back there, because I went back to the standard height again. So I'm up 7 inches to give me that 3 degrees drop in the drive shaft for what you need to be. In regards to that, my C-notch width in total is 40 inches coming from the point here to the start of my fuel tank right across. So that's 40 inches. And with a 13-inch rise for me to miss all my suspension stuff. Everything's pretty close, but I got more than enough room, nothing's gonna hit, and away I cross. In regards to the coilovers, I'm roughly sitting at about 15 inches fully extended down. I don't have these with actual tires on right now, so the difference I don't have. I also switched out the bushings inside the Mustang 2 subframe to make them more stiffer and more of a harder ride. As I did, it also made the idea of them playing and sitting in a better location centered. I also first thing marked out, because the drive shaft on these isn't exactly perfect. My middle mark is actually right here. The drive shaft is actually slightly off center. So just so you know, I got my nice cross member that's going to hold my chassis nice and straight. And then in regards to the drive shaft comes up, I had to notch out the box area just because I was hitting the drive shaft, just to clear the way. And then I'm running a factory 5 Mustang IRS. Because of their kit cards, they make a conversion to fit to the normal 1150 drive shaft. So that's the normal 1150 drive shaft with an adapter plate on, which is a real slick and easy design, which I totally recommend. I got my drive shaft loop. I haven't decided if I'm going to put another loop underneath of it. So that's kind of the quick and down and dirty measurements to putting these in. So I've got it on a 3 degree angle. The coilovers are just going to miss. You could run airbags in these trucks, and it could be possible to put an airbag system in this. I haven't fully welded up the brackets for my coilovers because I haven't picked exactly which angle I want them to sit at and my height of my coilovers. These Mustang rear ends also come with 335 rear end ratio is what I have in mind. They come with a 373 and a 355 gear rear end. They also work well for sliding the exhaust in and under the truck and coming back and around out the back half. So that's all my details in regards to putting a 2015 newer Mustang IRS in a 1956 Chevy pickup truck. Come check out my other videos of how I'm building this truck along, and I'm also going to be doing a video of how I'm going to do electronic, hopefully emergency brake. So come follow along and have a great day.